Why does it feel like you're spending most of your time in bed lately, lying down, not doing much? Are you someone who tires easily and just doesn't feel like doing anything? Do you chalk this kind of behavior up to simple laziness and nothing else? There's actually a big overlap between laziness and burnout that makes telling them apart tricky. Burnout is a negative state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that's brought on by too much stress and struggling to cope with it. And today, surveys show that about half of U.S. employees report feeling burned out in the past year, with daily stress levels remaining high worldwide. So it's more urgent than ever to understand burnout for what it is, not what we assume it to be. With that in mind, here are 6 telltale signs that what you're feeling right now isn't laziness at all, it's burnout. Number 1, you feel disconnected from everything. Are you moving through each day on autopilot? Is there a steady sense of being detached from your own self? If you're burned out, one thing you might be experiencing, without fully realizing it, is depersonalization. People who feel depersonalized, often including those coping with trauma, report a strange emotional numbness or emptiness, as if they're watching life from outside themselves. They don't feel like themselves anymore. Nothing really engages them, and they keep wrestling with an overwhelming sense of helplessness and the inability to take back control of their lives. Number 2, you used to be motivated. Laziness is more of a character trait, and traits tend to stay fairly stable over time. A truly lazy person rarely feels like exerting effort or applying themselves. But if you used to be self-motivated and high-achieving, often excelling in certain areas, and only recently became exhausted, apathetic, and unmotivated, then it's far more likely you're dealing with burnout, not laziness like many people assume. Number 3, you used to be passionate. A clear difference between someone who's burned out and someone who's lazy is that the former used to have things they were passionate about, but now struggles to find interest or enjoyment in them. Whether it's a talent, a sport, or your academic or professional performance in general, burnout can make it hard to do the things you once loved or felt deeply about. You might even start to resent them because of how hard you pushed yourself, right up to the brink, because of them. Number 4, you've become moody and irritable. Do you suddenly find yourself snappy and easily irritated? Do you feel emotionally out of control these days and can't quite explain why? Moodiness and irritability are common, yet often overlooked, signs of burnout. So if you're having trouble managing your emotions, especially when this never used to be an issue for you, this might be why. Lazy people, on the other hand, are often the opposite. Relaxed, laid back, placid, and mostly unaffected by things. Number 5, you've neglected your self-care. One of the most worrying warning signs that someone may be emotionally and physically burned out is when self-care falls by the wayside and social withdrawal sets in. Your eating and/or sleeping patterns shift in concerning ways. You stop making an effort to groom yourself or look good, and you end up spending most of your time alone doing nothing because even the simplest tasks leave you drained. The big difference between burnout and laziness shows up in the fact that you weren't always like this. And number 6, these changes happened gradually. Finally, maybe most importantly, burnout tends to develop in stages. So everything we just mentioned, losing interest and motivation, especially in things you used to love, feeling detached from yourself and disconnected from the world around you, pulling back socially, and neglecting self-care, doesn't usually happen overnight. Many people start noticing symptoms as early as the second stage, when stress is more than moderate but not yet overwhelming. That's when optimism, interest, motivation, and performance can already start to dip. By the time you're at the fifth and final stage, burnout has become so embedded that the persistent mental and physical fatigue is more intense and tougher to treat, making you more vulnerable to depression and anxiety. Spotting the signs of burnout early makes it a lot easier to get help and recover. That's why raising awareness matters, so we don't dismiss it as laziness, like people often do. So if you or someone you know may be dealing with mental or emotional burnout, please reach out to a mental health professional today and talk it through. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, drop a comment below with your thoughts, experiences, and suggestions, and share it with anyone battling the haze of burnout. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell for new videos. And as always, thanks for watching.